Did you know that the name Gulf of Mexico has been in use for over 500 years, long before the United States even existed? Many people assume the name is modern, but its history stretches back to the 16th century. So, where did it come from? And why was it called the Gulf of Mexico even before Mexico became an independent nation? Let's dive into history. The Gulf of Mexico is one of the most important bodies of water in the world, bordered by Mexico, the United States, and Cuba. Today, it's known for its rich marine life, oil resources, and beautiful coastal cities. But beyond its economic and ecological significance, the Gulf holds a name with deep historical roots. Many might think the name Gulf of Mexico is a recent invention tied to modern geography. However, this name has been in use since the 16th century, long before the United States or even Mexico as a country existed. So, where did the name come from? Why did European explorers call it that? And what does it tell us about the past? To understand the origins of the name, we have to go back to the early 1500s. In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived on the shores of what is now Mexico, marking the beginning of Spanish colonization. As Spanish explorers mapped the region, they needed names for the vast lands and waters they encountered. By the mid-1500s, the name Gulf of Mexico started appearing on maps and official documents. But why? At the time, Mexico as a country didn't exist yet. Instead, the region was under the control of the Mexican Empire, the powerful Mesoamerican civilization that the Spanish would soon conquer. European cartographers saw this massive body of water to the east of the territory controlled by the Spanish crown, which included much of present-day Mexico. Naturally, they named it the Gulf of Mexico, referencing the land it bordered rather than a nation that didn't yet exist. One fascinating fact is that the Gulf of Mexico had its name long before the United States was even an idea. The first maps labeling the region as the Gulf of Mexico appeared in the 16th and 17th centuries, when much of North America was still unexplored by Europeans. The lands that would later become Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida were under Spanish and French colonial rule, completely unrelated to the future United States. By the time the United States declared independence in 1776, the name Gulf of Mexico had already been in use for over 200 years. The name had nothing to do with the US, but instead reflected the historical connection between the Gulf and Mesoamerican lands. This means that even as European powers fought over territories and new nations emerged, the name remained unchanged, a testament to its deep historical roots. So what does this all mean? The Gulf of Mexico has been called that for more than 500 years. The name originated during the Spanish explorations of the 16th century, long before Mexico or the United States existed as nations. It was named after the Mesoamerican territories under Spanish control, not modern political boundaries. The name persisted through centuries of change, surviving colonial rule, revolutions, and the birth of new countries. Today, the Gulf of Mexico remains a vital region, connecting Mexico, the United States, and Cuba. But its name carries a history much older than most realize, one that tells the story of early explorers, powerful empires, and a world before modern borders. Next time you hear the name Gulf of Mexico, remember, you're speaking a name that has endured for over half a millennium. What do you think about this fascinating history? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more historical deep dives.